It's cherry blossom season in Washington, D.C., a sign of spring's return to the U.S. Capitol for over a century. The trees, gifts from Japan, have begun to bloom this year at an important juncture in U.S.-Japan relations, with Japanese Prime Minister Takaichi Sanae in town for talks with U.S. President Donald Trump. She has the challenge of securing Japan's interests in a world that's grown more unpredictable, even in just the past few weeks. But she's come prepared. Analysts say one big concern is Japan's big neighbor, China, a country Tokyo eyes warily. Beijing is especially angry at her. She has said Japan may need to intervene if China tries to enforce its claim over Taiwan with military action. Trump is scheduled to meet China's President Xi Jinping, though a month and a half later than first planned. And Takaichi wants the last word in Trump's ear before the trip. Though the U.S. is Japan's security guarantor, this is the era of America First, where old certainties can no longer be taken for granted. The two sides say they remain committed to peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait.
Speaking of the U.S.-China relationship, my sincere hope is that the relationship will be something conducive for our regional security and also ensuring the global supply chain in the world. Once again, I would like to reiterate that Japan has been consistently open to a dialogue with China.
But the Iran war has presented a new challenge to U.S.-Japan ties, and for this, Takaichi has had less time to prepare. Trump has urged Tokyo to help end an Iranian blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, a critical oil shipping lane. Japan's pacifist constitution limits its options, but there are ways it could still contribute.
他也会有讲到很明确的讲，在我们的法律上面，有些我们可以做的，有些我们不可以做的。要派遣自卫队过去的话，这个难度就会比较高。除了这个之外，他们日本的话可以说，如果说这个战争已经结束了，那结束的话，如果说那个海峡里面有水雷，他可以派自卫队去清扫这一个海雷。
But Trump seems satisfied with what he's heard from Japan so far. That includes a condemnation of Iran's blockade and still vague promises from Japan and others to help ensure safe passage through the strait.
We've had tremendous support and relationship with Japan on everything, and I believe that based on statements that were given to us yesterday, the day before yesterday, having to do with Japan, they are really stepping up to the plate. Yes.
There was a moment of tension when Trump compared his strikes on Iran with Japan's surprise attack on the U.S. that brought the U.S. into the Pacific War.
Well, one thing you don't want to signal too much. You know, when we go in, we went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay? Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor?
But it was all smiles at a dinner gala as the two leaders proclaimed their nation's friendship. Japan is even making a new gift of cherry trees to the U.S. As Takaichi prepares to leave Washington on Friday, she leaves this message.
A stronger Japan and a stronger America. A more prosperous Japan and a more prosperous America. I am very confident that Donald and I are the best buddies to share this goal.
Takaichi's last meeting with Trump in October was a cordial success, with the two sides reaching agreements on critical minerals, energy, and shipbuilding. As Trump continues to wage war on Iran and prepares to meet China's president, it will become apparent whether this visit achieved Japan's aims too. Devin, Tsai, and Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.